The year is 1998. The Pokémon League has fallen. Kanto is no longer a peaceful region where trainers roam freely, catching and battling for fun. The air is thick with tension, and the once bustling cities now carry an ominous presence. The streets of Saffron City are patrolled by rocket grunts, their Arbok and Houndoom keeping citizens in check. Celadon, once vibrant with commerce, is now the headquarters of Team Rocket's sprawling criminal empire. Even the Pokémon Center nurses hesitate before healing a Pokémon, because now every trainer is forced to choose a side. Giovanni, the man once thought to be merely a corrupt businessman, now sits atop Kanto as its de facto ruler. The Pokémon League was his last obstacle, and after Red's crushing defeat in their final battle, the League was disbanded. Any trainers who resisted were either captured, recruited, or forced to flee underground. Red had fought bravely, battling through Giovanni's forces with his powerful team, but it wasn't enough. With his resources, Giovanni had trained an army of high-level Pokémon, bred specifically for power and obedience. His Persian, once seen only as a pet, had evolved into a monster of war, stronger than even the most well-trained Alakazam. The legendary birds, once said to roam Kanto freely, had been captured and through experimental technology were now under Giovanni's exclusive control. Lance, the last champion, made a desperate stand. The Elite Four held Indigo Plateau for as long as they could, but even their dragons fell against the sheer numbers of Team Rocket's forces. With their Pokémon exhausted and no reinforcements arriving from the other regions, Lance and his allies were forced to retreat into exile. With the League out of the way, Giovanni wasted no time cementing his power. The gym leaders were given an ultimatum: join him or be stripped of their positions. Some, like Koga and Sabrina, saw the opportunity to gain more power for themselves and aligned themselves with Team Rocket. Others, like Brock and Misty, resisted, and they paid the price. Their Pokémon were confiscated, and they were branded as fugitives. Viridian City, Giovanni's old base, became the new Rocket League headquarters, where only those loyal to him were allowed to challenge for badges. Trainers were no longer free to roam the land. If you wanted to own Pokémon, you needed a new Pokémon license issued by Team Rocket. Poké Marts now sold Pokémon on the black market, and Pokémon Centers became training facilities for Rocket recruits. Not even the Safari Zone was safe. Rocket scientists had taken over, using it as a genetic lab to breed stronger and more obedient Pokémon. Rumors whispered of horrifying experiments, Pokémon infused with unnatural abilities, mind-controlled to serve Team Rocket without question. But all was not lost. Deep in the underground tunnels beneath Lavender Town, a resistance was forming. Red, once celebrated as the region's champion, had gone into hiding, gathering allies. Blue, his old rival, had reluctantly joined him after seeing his grandfather's Pokémon lab ransacked by the Rocket scientists. Erica, Blaine, and Surge had also aligned themselves with Red, determined to take back Kanto. Their plan? A final assault on Giovanni's new fortress in Saffron City. With a handful of remaining free trainers, Red led the charge. His Charizard, battle-scarred but determined, roared as it led the fight against Team Rocket's Pokémon army. Blaine's Arcanine set fire to Rocket-controlled buildings, while Surge's Raichu overloaded the city's power grid, plunging the Rocket headquarters into darkness. The final battle between Red and Giovanni took place atop Silphco's skyscraper, now redesigned as Rocket Tower. With the legendary birds under his control, Giovanni unleashed Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres against Red's team. It was a battle that would be spoken of in whispers for generations. The battle raged through the night, Red's team battered but unwilling to surrender. Charizard barely stood, flames flickering weakly in the cold wind summoned by Articuno. Pikachu, the last survivor, faced down Giovanni's Persian, their eyes locked in one final showdown. But in the end, Giovanni was too powerful. With a smirk, he gave the final command, and his EV-trained Persian lunged. Red fell, his Pokémon scattered. The resistance collapsed. The region was lost. Giovanni, now the undisputed ruler of all Pokémon, issued one final decree. Trainers shall serve Team Rocket, or they shall not train at all. And so, under Rocket's iron rule, the dream of becoming a Pokémon Master became a thing of the past. Did you enjoy this wild twist on reality? What happens next? Should we continue this story, or do you have another what-if scenario that you would like us to cover? Comment down below with all of your ideas. The ones we've read so far have been so fun, and I can't wait for you guys to see what we've done with them. Smash that like button if you're enjoying what you hear. It really does help out the channel. Please subscribe and turn on those notifications so that you see what we put out. You never miss our new reality shifts. This has been Canon Chaos, where anything can happen. See you in the next timeline.